What if I told you there's a place on Earth so strange, so otherworldly, that it inspired a Hollywood blockbuster? A place where the land itself seems to defy everything we know about geography. A place that seems more like something from a fantasy novel than our own planet. Welcome to Mount Roraima, the inspiration behind the floating mountains in Disney's Up, and one of the most unique plateaus on Earth. Imagine towering cliffs, misty skies, and a landscape that looks more like a set from Jurassic Park than a real place. Well, it's real, and today we are diving into everything that makes Mount Roraima so special. Stick around because in the next few minutes we're going to take a trip to this iconic plateau and explore how it formed, why it's so unique, and how it's inspired countless stories, from animated films to scientific discoveries. And hey, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating destinations. Ready for the adventure? Let's go. Mount Roraima is a flat-top mountain, or Tepui, located on the border between Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. It's part of the larger Pacaraima mountain range in South America. The word Tepui comes from the Pamon language, meaning house of the gods. And that's exactly how it feels, like something magical towering above the jungle. What makes Mount Roraima truly unique is its tabletop shape. Its summit is flat, with steep cliffs rising 1,300 meters or 4,300 feet above the surrounding rainforest. It is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth, believed to be around 2 billion years old. But wait, how did this massive isolated plateau come to be? Let's dig into the geology behind it. Mount Roraima's origins are tied to the ancient forces of nature. Around 2 billion years ago, tectonic plates collided, pushing up rock formations that would eventually create the Pacaraima Mountains. Over time, erosion and weathering shaped Roraima's flat summit and vertical cliffs, carving out one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. Now, unlike most mountains, which have pointed peaks, the unique flat top of Mount Roraima is a result of millions of years of erosion. The mountain is a tepui, and these landforms are typically found in the Guiana highlands of South America. They are remnants of an ancient world, and are often isolated from the surrounding terrain. This isolation has led to the development of entirely unique ecosystems and species, earning them the nickname living fossils. Think about it. The summit of Mount Roraima has been isolated for millions of years, so it's like a living time capsule. Scientists have discovered plants, animals, and even insects that are found nowhere else on Earth. It's an ecosystem like no other. Now let's talk about what makes the ecosystem on top of Mount Roraima so special. The isolation of the plateau has resulted in unique plants and animals evolving to survive in this harsh environment. The conditions on top of the Tepui are extreme. Temperatures can range from freezing cold to sweltering heat, and rainfall is heavy. Yet, despite these challenges, life thrives. Flora. The summit is home to plants like the Roraima cacti, which can survive the harsh, dry conditions. These plants have adapted to the extreme conditions, evolving to store water and withstand droughts. Some plants have even developed strange, almost alien-like appearances to protect themselves from the wind and intense sun. Fauna. The fauna on Mount Roraima is equally remarkable. There are species like the Roraima toad and the Mount Roraima golden tree frog, which are endemic to the area. These animals have evolved to survive in the high-altitude, low-oxygen environment. Some even have bright colors to ward off predators, while others are masters of camouflage. Insects. There are also unique species of insects, such as the Roraima butterfly, which lives only in the isolated habitats atop these tepuis. These creatures have evolved to live in an environment completely cut off from the world below. This isolated ecosystem has been studied by scientists for decades, and it is still one of the most intriguing and unexplored places on the planet. Now, before we dive into how Mount Roraima inspired Up, let's look at the legend surrounding this mountain. The Pamon people, who have lived in the area for centuries, believe Mount Roraima is the site where the world was created. According to their mythology, the mountain was once a giant tree that held all the fruits and animals in the world. Well, one day, a storm caused the tree to collapse, and its fruits and animals scattered across the world. This story has helped shape the cultural significance of Mount Roraima for the indigenous people. They see the mountain as sacred, and it remains an important part of their spiritual beliefs. The legend of Mount Roraima's origins might have also contributed to the inspiration behind some of the more fantastical aspects of the mountain in modern pop culture. Speaking of which, here's where it gets really fun. Mount Roraima's otherworldly landscape was the inspiration for the floating mountains in Pixar's Up. If you've seen the movie, you'll remember the scenes where Carl and Russell visit a mysterious floating paradise. Well, guess what? The design of those floating mountains is based on the unique, isolated characteristics of Mount Roraima. In fact, the movie's creators took inspiration from the way Roraima's towering cliffs rise dramatically out of the jungle, creating a sense of awe and mystery. Now, while the mountains in Up don't exactly float, yet, the idea of an isolated, untouched land full of strange life and breathtaking scenery is very much inspired by the real-world Roraima. It is fascinating how something so remote and obscure has shaped the world of animation. The creators of Up were inspired by the idea of adventure and discovery, and Mount Roraima provided the perfect backdrop for that. Climbing Mount Roraima is no small feat. It is one of the most famous trekking destinations in the world, and the journey to the top is challenging, but incredibly rewarding. The trek typically starts at the base of the mountain, where you'll cross rivers, hike through the rainforest, and pass through rocky terrain. The final ascent to the summit is steep, but once you're on top, you are greeted with views that are nothing short of jaw-dropping. It takes about 6 to 10 days to complete the trek, and along the way, you'll encounter unique flora and fauna, camp under the stars, and experience the magic of the mountain firsthand. Now, for those who want to see the mountain but don't have the time or resources for a full-on trek, there are also helicopter tours available that give a bird's-eye view of the stunning landscape. Mount Roraima is more than just a tourist destination. It is a symbol of Earth's ancient history and the resilience of life. This mountain has been around for billions of years, and its unique ecosystem is a testament to the power of isolation and evolution. It also represents a connection between humans and nature. While it's been the site of legends and myths for centuries, Mount Roraima continues to be a source of wonder and fascination for scientists, adventurers, and filmmakers alike. Mount Roraima is a place like no other. From its origins as one of the world's oldest geological formations to its role in inspiring stories like Up, it is a living monument to the incredible diversity and mystery of our planet. Whether you're an adventurer looking to trek its heights, or a film fan fascinated by its role in animation, Mount Roraima offers a glimpse into a world that feels like it exists outside of time. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you'd like to visit Mount Roraima. Where should we explore next? Let us know.